Hello again, everybody. Sebastian here. King Arthur's Legend Rise here in the background. I just wanted to quickly go over some of the stuff that I've been progressing through, some of the tips I can give you, I guess, if in case you are advancing beyond the point where I finished my first video. But here we are, kind of day 14. I'm playing a couple hours a day. It's not a whole lot. I'm just trying to see what the game has to offer now that it has been released since the beta 2. Now, one of the things that I have picked up is the level of difficulty is in terms of where you're going to hit walls. They're still there and they are severe. So in some situations, you're going to need to draw back a lot to make sure that you have everything that you need in order to advance that particular stage. But one of the things that at least I like for this version of the game is that at least they kind of give you hints of what you're going to need to get through those walls. And some of them are really heavy. So from the last time I was trying to advance into the campaign, that's one of my suggestions. Just keep trying to go through the story more and get through as much as you can until you hit the wall. Now, for me, I know that here I am in chapter 10. And before I go through this, I know that the boss here at the last is going to be a headache-inducing boss. So I need to get my heroes to 6-star. Now, to get there though, one of the things that I had to do is beat this stage here with Penveid, that I needed to open up stage 7. I needed to farm this because this is the stage that I need to start getting the materials that I need to get my heroes to 6 stars, to get him to 60. And then eventually we'll start awakening him and do everything else that we need. Now, here's what the cycle entailed for me. It might be different from you, but this is the way that I decided to approach it, especially with the experience that I had from beta 2. So it was try to advance as many levels as I could here with the Gorgos so I could get some of the gold, number 1. That's is still a very, when it comes to the game, it's something that you need a lot of early game. So the gold economy kind of stinks at the beginning, but that's kind of evident with any type of gacha game, especially the early mid game. Gold, silver, whatever they want to call it, is going to you're going to need a lot of it. You need to farm somewhere to try to get it. So go through the campaign, farm whatever materials you need to advance your heroes. And then if you also need potions, you can get here. So here I am, burning ending 5. I had to open this up. And then it was kind of that cycle of trying to get my heroes stronger. So farm 6 here to try to get him to 50, right? And 5 stars. And then eventually try to get him to 60. But then the other cycle was coming here on the gear dungeons, an equipment dungeon, to try to open the stage up, get to level 4. Because here in level 4 is where you're going to start getting the opportunity to get 4-star gear. And also to try to clear some of the storylines. So try to follow this here as much as you can. No, not this. Where is that book? These books here. Yeah, try to follow this here as much as you can because you are going to get material that you need to advance and get the specific gear. Now, so yeah, and yeah, come here in the market, try to clear this out. I mean, very good resources. I know that gold can get you want to reserve your gold, but it's actually better to just come in here and get some of these pieces if you can. Okay, let me go to the stage here, the stage 7. I'm gonna try to do a run. It's not 100%, but it still allows me to farm it, which is the one thing that I needed. So the heroes that I decided to use for this were Tristan, because we get him in chapter 3 and he has a multi-hit. And not only that, I want to use him because of his speed down. That was one of the things that it was essential for me to try to bring into this battle. No, not here. Let's go to the relics, is that he has the speed down. And this actually becomes beneficial because you are then trying to slow down this pig as much as you can. Kay is one of my favorite rares. And she has very good multi-hits. She can hit hard, so why not use her? And I really I do have a legendary that I would prefer to use for this, but I just wanted to use the rare just to see what she could do. They had a banner specific for Merlin. If you can, go ahead and use it, or if you're lucky enough to get him, I would use him. And so that's what I decided to do here. If you don't have him, Ban can help you out. He has a multi-hit, he has attack down. You could definitely try to bring him in. Otherwise, just bring somebody else that can do a multi-hit as well. Then the healer that I decided to use for this was Sarah, and I have the blue, the Frost Relic, and that's the one that I decided to use for this composition, for this setup, to not only help me clear it, number one, but at least, and then be able to at least farm some of it. If I click this button here, I think it kind of shows the gear. So one of the things for Tristan that I wanted to make sure is that he had accuracy, because I want to make sure that he can land this. And also, if he can take a little bit more, there's a little bit more vigor available, so he can use that skill. That's the particular set that I gave him. Okay, I was going for anything that I had attack percentage pieces, essentially, or just to try to boost her attack. The critical strike rate here is set. It based on the pieces I selected, it just formed. I wasn't specifically targeting for it, but I was just looking for attack in attack speed, if at all possible, to make sure that she had those. Merlin, a lot of HP. If I could get him, again, the set just worked out that way. But for him, it was mostly make sure that he could remain alive, and also some damage stats just so he could help along. Of course, Sarah here, the one thing that I did emphasize for her was the a little bit of a life set, because her healing is based on her HP. A lot of four-star pieces, 5-star pieces. In some situations, I did lock out and get some 5-star pieces into the account as well. So that's what I decided to use. All right, here we go. Hopefully this one pans out. But one of the things that I would really like for them to add here is the ability for us to tell it what to target. I think that when the shield goes up here, the AI is focusing too much on the body instead of the tusk. The sooner we take the tusk down, the less turns he gets, the less damage we get, the more of an opportunity we have to sustain later on. But that is one of the things that I do keep an eye on, just to see what it is targeting. And sometimes it just seems like they're going to target the right one for no reason. Just take out the left one, take out the right one, then go after the body. If there was a way for us to organize this would be more consistent. And that's one of my problems with the game, is that the bosses in some areas, you have so much stuff to target or to eliminate, or to make sure that you're not getting consistently CC'd. Add that to the battle screen. You give us the option on whether to target the boss or not. Give us the option if we want to target a particular area or something around the boss. We have bosses that have arms that we have to get rid of, or wings or legs. So just give us that option that we want to target specific body parts. Otherwise, there's too much RNG for us to deal with this. And at least from what I've seen in some of the messages on the cluster that I'm in, that can be the frustrating part, right? Whether you run is going to be great or not is whether the heroes target the area that you want them to target. That's essentially what it is. Now, for me here, one of the key things, at least for the run to be successful, is to make sure that Tristan applies this attack speed down. And sometimes it doesn't. And then sometimes when it does is actually when this boss takes the 2 or 3 turns right away, which just completely wipes out anything that you apply to it. Now, I feel better about this if Kai would survive longer, because then she has that extra hit, right? That then can just wipe things down. But I think that the fail runs, or wherever I've seen that he may have failed, is Kai. Kai is the key. So we'll buff Kai up. Certainly, I'm going to invest to take her to 60, make this a little bit quicker and a little bit more consistent. But this is how I beat this stage, and now I can progress through and try to get my 6-star heroes going, and then the game will become a little bit easier. That's pretty much in terms of advice that I can give you in terms of the progression to try to get to the 6-star. The other thing also in terms of the forging that I can kind of tell you in terms of the type of gear that I like to forge for this particular account. So As you saw me, I did invest some on accuracy sets because I do need it. I do want to make sure that my heroes do apply the debuffs necessary to make sure that we can pass some of the content this game. So that was not a bad thing for me to do. The other thing, the other set that I'd really like is the Vigor set. The Vigor set is just, the more vigor you have, the quicker you can get your heroes to do the skills that you need them to do. It just makes things a lot easier. So this is where I come and try to forge as much of this as I can. At least right now, the 3 or 4 star pieces, just to forge whatever I need to make sure that I can advance and complete that. And just to have some like vigor on a healer, just to get us an extra. And the more vigor sets, the easier stuff can get as well. Let me here, I'm going to close out the video with summons. I've been actually holding up on stuff because I wanted to work on the heroes that I do have in the account. You can see that I have added most of the rares, so then it's just about chivalry to try to get these guys increased. Some of these rare heroes are very good, and so I'm probably going to be using them towards the end game. In terms of some of the uncommons that I think I've seen him being used for Dirit, for Gorgle, so that's something that you can possibly look to invest in your stamina in terms of leveling the heroes. Now, Bedivere is somebody that I was fortunate enough to add to my account. He is just so good. He can do a lot of damage. I did not want to rely too much on him for the early game because I really wanted to get a feel if things have changed in between the beta 2 and what we have now. Some of these heroes here, we acquired them through the storyline. I did get Guinevere through a summon that I did. So yeah, so she's gonna be a build because the end game, she'll make things a lot easier. As well, we got Morgan for free, so anything, any copies of her is just chivalry. And then Merlin was the special here in the special banner. We got him, so I decided to use him. Why not? So, in terms of the tickets here for this guy, I'm just going to keep them for the next one. So that's when I start piling them there. This here normal summons, just again, it's just going to be like fodder, right? Because we can sell them to exchange for relics and stuff. Okay, so here we are. I am at 79, so we can do a couple 10 pops here. 7 10 pops, and I think I also have some 10 pulls here for the relics. We do. So let me start with the relics. We'll start with the relics, and then we will wrap up this video. Okay, so let me see here if we can get anything good for either rares or better, maybe just a legendary relic that we can just keep. If we don't have the legendary hero, then we can just keep it around. All right, so we only got rare, which is the Stormwing Swords of Van. Is it the wind or the frost that I want for him? I think it might be this one. So that actually, I'm gonna have to go check and see if this is the one that we wanted. I think it's the wind, the storm one that we want. It makes him better. I think he comes in. He is a lot better in this one. I think he comes in the. Let me summon it. I think he comes as a frost, and his storm relic is really good. It unlocks him. So even though I only got one rare, I don't think it was a bad pool, to be honest. So we'll check that. Okay, now let's see what we get on the frost front. And we're definitely going to get a rare. Okay, so we're going to get at least the legendary out of this with a couple of rares. Okay, what do we get? So the small frost face staff for Arduin. So I'm going to have to go check that out. I'm going to have to see if that's one of the good ones. Now, this one's you can keep around if the hero is good. If you see the uncommon hero has some utility, or you can exchange them. Okay, and Lancelot. So I don't have Lancelot, but I'll keep it around. Just in case. Here we have an uncommon, which is the rather rare Oath of Frost for a Soldi. Isolde is a very good healer. Actually, I should look. I do have her on the account. I should actually start building her. That should be one of my priorities, to be honest with you. Sarah was one of the first ones, along with Clementine, that I got. So those are the reasons that I decided. But yeah, so this one here, we're gonna wait for him to come in, but we did get it. And we have this one, and this one is labeled as new. So it looks like I already had this one, or Isolde might have come as Frost, but this one is new. So perfect. All right, let us go to the flame or fire and see what we can get here. Okay. Ooh, it turned gold. So we're getting some good relics into the account. Volcanic Spirit for Tristan. Okay, so we got some testing to do. I need to go, or I need to go find out if the flame one was good for Tristan. But that's a second weapon for him. He came to us as wind. Is this a new one? No, Isolde. Now I have a fire for Isolde. So things are looking up for this character. So now I have more reason to build her. Definitely. It's new one, so we'll add that to the account. Perfect. Yeah, we can summon that, so we'll make sure to summon this so we don't accidentally sell it. We do want it. And then here I have the opportunity to apparently summon this one for 5,000 gold. I'm gonna do it. We'll add the second relic for Tristan to the account. So there, we got 2 legendary relics. Pretty good. Now let's go here. Let's see what we can get. We are promised at least 1 legendary. Hopefully we can get more than that, but we're promised at least 1. Okay, and turn blue. All right, that's fine. Now we do have all the blue characters, so this is just going to be added to the chivalry for chivalry purposes. Okay, two very good heroes, so that's not bad. Anguish and Arden. Okay, that's fine. Anguish is somebody that I like to use for Gorgos. So the more powerful I can make him, the better. All right, here we go. Can we make this one turn gold? And no. Okay, that's fine. We got 1. Okay, and okay, so sugar for K, even better. All right, so here we go. Gold. No, just a rare. So more copies of Isolde. Isolde seems to be popping, and more copies of K. All right, so we are down to, okay, so within the next 2, we were promised a legendary. Okay, here we go. Nope. All right, so 2 blues. All right. Okay, so she does the bleed. I think that you need another weapon for her though. And then Gormak. I can't remember exactly if I used Gormak a whole lot in beta 2. I don't think that I did. Okay, so it tells me I'm gonna get a legendary in this one. We'll see which one it is. Okay. Who's coming to the account? Okay, who's coming to the account? Who's coming to the account? Okay. All right. So this is my second copy of this healer. So Jillian, that's fine. Welcome to the account. We'll just give you a little bit more chivalry. Makes you a lot better. So no problem there. Okay, so we got a couple more. So let's go ahead and use them up. See if we can strike 1 more. Okay. Perfect. 1. All right. Who's it going to be? I said Power of the Sun. And this is... oh, Gawain. Okay. Gawain is new. So welcome to the account. We added another one to the codex or the gallery. Not bad. Okay, so we'll give him a whirl. I don't remember hearing a lot of. I have to test them out. We have to go. This is not somebody that I had the chance to play with in beta 2, but We got him into the account. Why not? All right, here we go. Another 10. And rare. Yes, rare. Okay, and we'll do one more. I think we're gonna use some of the diamonds to do the last one to make it a 10. And yep, all right, there you go. We did add a couple of legendaries to the account, so that was a good summoning session. And not only that, but we got some very good relics, and Tristan got a good relic, so that's pretty good. All right, so let's look here at the legendary roster. And yeah, there he is. So he is definitely brand new. And then when it comes to Jillian, this is going, I could use her for, I can use that extra piece for chivalry. She'll get a little bit more abnormal status immunity. Skills cannot inflict abnormal status effects on this target. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. We'll take it. We got these two, and not bad for that mini summoning session that we had there. 1.67%, not bad. We did get those two relics. We'll just have to hope to get Lancelot sometime in the future. All right, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I hope you're enjoying the game. If you are still playing it, we'll see you all next time.